Friends, today I've got Samsung S22 Plus. It doesn't charge very well, so to replace the charging port I'm going to show you. So I've already heated up the phone and we just need to take off the back glass. So as I've already heated up the phone, I'm just going to make a small gap for me to insert my tool. So I've got a plastic tool as well where I can insert it over here. And once you have it in place, then you can slowly work your way on the sides. Try not to go too deep because there are flexes on the phone. So as you can see, I'm just going tiny bit, maybe 2 to 3 mm deep with my tool. So there you go. So once you open it, it's pretty simple. There you go. Try and use your leverage to open it up. So once you get your tools in, there you go. So if you have a harder prior tool, so you can just push your back glass out, and the back glass is off now. When you have your phone open, try not to touch the camera lenses. So what we need to do now is just take off the bottom bit and disconnect the battery before you do that. So let's take off the screws and the bottom screws. Alright. So friends, I've taken off the screws from here and from here. And now we need to disconnect this flex. Try and be careful because there are very small tiny components under the flex. So you have to be quite a bit gentle here. So once you have this off, you can pull this one off. And this one is glued to the loudspeaker. If you want, you can pull it off or just pull it off and the loudspeaker is going to come off. Now it's up to you whether you want to peel it off from here or leave it as it is. I prefer to peel it off because it helps me to assemble the phone easily. So now what we need to do is disconnect this battery. There you go. Disconnect this flex. As you can see, I'm disconnecting it from this side. Yeah. So just got some glue here on my tool. I'm not disconnecting it from this way because there are components here. So we need to disconnect this one as well. Okay. Now we need to take off the SIM tray before you take off the charging port. There you go. So let's take off the 3 screws which are holding the charging port. There you go. So once you take it off, we need to take off the charging port off. So just try and lift this flexes on top. And then you can use your hobby blade to get some gaps out. And you can lift it off. That's the charging port, and I have got a new port with me. So the new charging port will obviously have this one here which covers the microphone hole. If this one is covered, then you won't be able to hear anything. So try not to forget it on the new part when you are installing it. So once you have it in place, just give it a push inside. I prefer to use a screwdriver in the holes, and I prefer to push it with the screwdriver. So once I'm happy with how it's seated, then you can press the flexes. But before we do that, we will put the screws. So tiny or small tips, no touching finger marks on the camera. Be careful. Disconnect the battery and then take off the flexes. So the phone is almost done, and before you do that, actually I need to show you something. The hole over here is blocked, so we need to clear this hole So you can put a pick tool and just take it off. So seems alright. And also you can clean this mesh from here. If you have a air duster, then you can use that. I do have an air duster, so I'll be using it. Alright, I'm happy with the repair. So connect the flexes and then connect this flex. Cool. And now what we need to do is assemble the phone the way you took it off. So connect, put on the loudspeaker and put on this flex. Quite simple. Align it with the screw holes. Press the flex connector on the connector, and the same goes over here. And then you can put all the screws from where you took them off from. So friends, I've put all the screws, and now it's time to put on the back glass. So align your camera lens, and once it's aligned, you can press it down and it's good to go. So let's start the phone, or let's keep it on charge first. Just going to leave it on charge now. There you go, folks. You can see the charging symbol there. So that's how you replace the charging port. So please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.